You can now officially go to jail for possessing cryptocurrency, and even in America can legally be tracked by the CIA. This is ridiculous. We're going to break it down on Privacy X and what you can do to sidestep all of these agencies that are literally tracking you. If you own cryptocurrency, you are being tracked by the US government. And we're going to break this down today on Privacy X. This one you definitely want to watch. All right, so we're diving right into this BS. Now, about a year ago, there was a brief, and a lot of people thought, oh, well, it is just the government being melodramatic, but it's never going to happen. But the US government is getting serious about tracking crypto. The Department of the Army, really? Is the latest agency to seek cryptocurrency tracking tools. Now, we heard, and this was in mid-2020. We heard in 2020 a lot of agencies wanted tracking tools for crypto, but again, this is base level stuff, and it's the federal government trying to catch up, and it's a lot of, it's just kind of a lot of talk, right? So then there was other briefs that came out and were made public record, which is the crazy thing, that the public didn't freak out. But the brief talked about how the Department of the Army put a request for cryptocurrency tracking tools, specifically a cloud-based tracking tool to track Bitcoin in real time. Basically, track all your Bitcoin in real time, okay? So we all know that all the crypto wallets are tied in, and we all know that you pretty much have to verify your identity for any major exchange. Also, I've talked about this for a long time, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I've talked about how you can have private cryptocurrency. I've talked about Monero. I've talked about the Pirate Chain. I've talked about other currencies. But 99% of cryptocurrencies are tracked pretty much in real time, and now they definitely can be. But the IRS, the DEA, and the Secret Service, along with high-ranking officials from the CIA, also decided to create cloud-based tools because it is a global currency exchange, unlike the dollar. Now, the dollar can be accepted globally, but seeing as how it is a American-made currency, a lot of these federal governments and government agencies, especially the CIA, can't really do much, can't get involved. But because this is a global currency, they don't have borders. Like the CIA is not supposed to operate inside American borders. Well, that's all going out the window with cryptocurrency, which is why the government is allowing you to have it, so they can track you. Now, we talk about here on Privacy X, privacyxproject.com, how privacy is a right, and it's a right that needs to be protected. They're taking your rights by allowing you to use this useless cryptocurrency, and then as soon as they get you where they want you, they're going to implement the Fed coin, and they're going to make cryptocurrency illegal. Cryptocurrency will be made illegal for U.S. citizens probably within the next 6 to 24 months, depending upon how fast the government works on this. But there will be a Fed coin. We've already seen China implement a coin, and like everyone expected, no, it's not, oh cool, China's getting on board. No, they're implementing a closed source, government-based coin, and they're outlawing other cryptos. And we've seen many major countries that are making moves to outlaw all crypto. And for the US is gonna get on this bandwagon as well. But right now, we have cloud software that is military based, that is tracked. See, here's the thing, folks, this is what you need to understand. This isn't like when Edward Snowden announced that, all these operations with the NSA were tracking people through, their iPhone or their Android or whatever it is. No. This currency is tracked, and you know it, and the documentation is out there through blockchain and all these other exchanges where you get this currency. Now they have software that can track this currency in real time, meaning they can track you in real time. They can also connect your identity to the currency. But here's the scary part. Unlike a dollar, okay, now if you spend large sums of money, let's say you go out and buy a Mercedes in cash. Well, typically a car dealership, or if you go out and buy a house in cash, they're going to verify the currency. They're going to record some of the serial numbers in case any of them come up hot. Maybe some of them were known in bank heists, bank fraud, drug money, etc. But for the most part, 99% of the time, it just is what it is. Cryptocurrency has a ledger. Blockchain is the database, and it is tracked, always. And now with these softwares that the Army and other government agencies like the IRS and the DEA has a special crypto division. Did you know that? They have a special crypto division. And since they don't know what to track, they track everything. And you could be guilty for wrong place, wrong time by owning the wrong currency, because more and more currency is getting tracked to nefarious activities. So now, instead of, hey, prove I did this, the government's new stance is prove you didn't, which is completely un-American, but they don't seem to care about any of this anymore. They're shredding the Constitution. I mean, you've seen government officials on the news saying the Constitution is not absolute. Yes, it actually is, but they're claiming it isn't, and the Supreme Court, and they're talking about packing the Supreme Court. This is all a ploy to be able to track you, and that's just the entry point. But the fact that the DEA, the IRS, the Secret Service, the CIA, and the freaking Army started doing this last year and implementing this software. If you own crypto, you are being tracked. Everything you do is being cataloged by the government. And if your coins that are connected to your name, because it's connected to your identity, are connected to this, then you could find yourself in serious legal trouble, if not going to jail. Now, the next thing is Monero. And you know I'm a huge Monero fan, and you know I'm a huge Pirate Chain fan. Well, the government in January of 2021 did a massive attack on Monero, Pirate Chain. I think they attacked Zcash. There was a handful of them, basically to extract identities from people using these coins. Now I did a complete breakdown here on PrivacyX on exactly what you need to do if you're gonna buy Monero or some of these other coins to stay anonymous. It's not easy. It's not like going to an exchange, pushing a couple buttons and buying a coin, but at least you can keep your identity safe. But they're trying to exploit this. Whether or not they cracked it, honestly, I don't believe they did. But the fact that they're putting as much resources on this as they are is kind of a scary thing. Like, they are really doubling down on Monero, which is why Monero's price has been shooting up, because Monero has been under the magnifying glass and it's been a big spotlight. So we've seen Monero, even when, you might have seen a week ago when the entire market was down, almost every single thing. But you know the two coins that weren't down? Monero and Pirate Chain, because so many people are pumping into those coins right now because they're tired of the government tracking. And I mean, they're basically taking all your rights, liberties, and you have nothing. You're basically just cataloged in a system for the federal government. And if they decide to use something against you, and you might think, well, I've never done anything wrong. Oh yeah? Well, you know, wait until they come after you for something you didn't do, but some cryptocurrency that you're associated with did. And then we'll see if you never did anything wrong. And this has already been happening to people on small scales, but soon it can happen to everyone. And because we've never seen the general public adopt something the way they've adopted cryptocurrency, with the exception of maybe cell phones and computers, the general public has virtually never adopted something so rapidly that it makes it real easy. And there are no laws protecting your identity. In fact, the whole fabric of cryptocurrency is that it is a ledger and that it is open. There is zero privacy or anonymity with Bitcoin or any of these other currencies. And so the government's like, oh my gosh, these idiots are actually buying these cryptocurrencies, and they can't have an expectation of privacy. They can't have an expectation of keeping their data safe. We literally can, because if they track your phone, that's technically illegal. There's a lot of laws in place where they can't track your phone. Now, they do it. We know they've done it. Edward Snowden exposed it, so did a lot of other people. But they're crossing a lot of lines, and they can eventually get slapped back, and they have. A lot of people have gotten in trouble over the years in the government, small scale compared to the crimes they've committed. But nonetheless, nobody wants to be that person. But cryptocurrency, there are no laws protecting you. None. Zero. And there never will be. They won't allow it. And in fact, everything is in their favor to do whatever they want and to basically own you. I mean, everything you do, and even your bank has more laws and you have more rights. Even like with your bank, they have to go through a process if they want to freeze your bank account or anything like that. Now, I will say it's pretty easy for the IRS and something, but it's a process nonetheless. It's due process. There's no due process. There's no rules, regulations, because crypto is international. We don't even know who owns it, right? Oh, it's, I talked about in the video who owns Bitcoin, who started Bitcoin. We talked about that. But So they can do whatever they want because they're not bound to the laws that they're typically bound to, and so it's lawless. So while you think you're some outlaw using crypto, the government knows there's some outlaw getting everything from you that they want whenever they want it, and they can track you and catalog you whenever they want. There's nothing less private on this planet than crypto, except for Monero and a couple others, but they're working on breaking that. They're working on breaking Monero and the pirate chain. Will they succeed? Probably, but this is a really alarming thing. And the fact that more people aren't talking about this, the fact that people are diving into cryptocurrency, they think they're gonna make a quick buck. Last week, I saw hundreds of people all over the internet like, oh my gosh, lost so much money, don't have this money. People are putting up money. The reason crypto keeps pumping is because people are putting up a lot of money they can't afford to lose. The big guys pump it, dump it, kind of like Dogecoin. Everyone knew Dogecoin wasn't gonna go for a moonshot when they said, oh, it's at 40 something, tomorrow it's gonna go to like $1. So many people who didn't even have money were putting in $100 or $1,000. Oh, Dogecoin's gonna double. And the next day, what happened? It went to 27 cents, right? Because the big guys knew they got all their money out, all the idiots who put in money, and they lost. And so consumer affairs for cryptocurrency, there was like 100,000 new reports of cryptocurrency being a fraud. The government knows that a lot of people in the general public think they've been swindled by cryptocurrency. The government could shut down cryptocurrency tomorrow. And by shut down, I mean the same thing they did at prohibition and make it illegal in this country. And they will, make no mistake, they will. And you're gonna have to decide, are you gonna be a felon and go to jail over cryptocurrency, or are you gonna sell your cryptocurrency? That's the decision you have to make, and the day's coming. The day's coming where you're gonna have to make that decision because the government is making sure of it. But before they do that, they're getting all the data they need and all the data they want against you so they can force you into this decision, and then they're gonna release the Fed coin, and then they're gonna do away with the dollar, and then they already own you because they already have all of your information because you were dumb enough to give it to them with crypto. And then when they get rid of the dollar and bring the Fed coin, there will be laws and regulation of the Fed coin, and the CIA and all these companies can't be as involved as they are with crypto because some of the laws revert same laws that we have with the dollar, but they won't need it anymore because they've already got everything from you, and they're just gonna pivot you from your crypto to your Fed coin, and you're already in the government database. And the government has been building database. Same thing they want to do with gun registration and voter registration. They're dividing people. It's all about division and control. And cryptocurrency is probably one of the best tools for control. And of course, division, well, the media's got that pretty well covered. So anyway, I want to talk about that today. What do you think? Are you still buying crypto? Some people are making money. A lot of people are losing money. The pirate chain and Monero is still pretty good, but I've really slimmed out on the crypto because I see the writing on the wall. And while I still own crypto currently, I'm a lot more cautious than I was last year and the year before that because you see the government making crazy moves, and a bunch of stuff recently came out about these programs of how you're being tracked. And the thing is, with a lot of these coins, you have no choice. Unless you're buying 2 or 3 coins, you're tracked on all of them. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, I don't care if I'm tracked, I don't have nothing to hide. And that's what they're hoping you're gonna say. That's the whole point, and that's how you have no privacy, no rights, and you'll be a property of the government. So congratulations. Anyway, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, go all in everything you do, and I'll see you guys in the next video.